Leader, KCBS.
The Alameda County Fair is here. Enjoy the last week of live horse racing, including the Pleasanton Mile Race, $150,000 stakes race on Sunday, July 9th. Friday through Sunday, free with fair admission. Visit AlamedaCountyFair.com for fair tickets.
At Prime Male Medical, they understand how frustrating it can be to experience difficulties in your intimate life. Their mission is to provide you the medical care you need for improved performance.
At Prime Male Medical, we have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in treatments for ED and low T, and we have a 99% success rate. Most impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
That's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical.
We offer a variety of treatments, including high-dose sublingual lozenges, ultrasound-based shockwave therapy, and injectable therapies. We can also treat testosterone issues when needed.
With one notable exception.
The championship game will not count.
Yes.
Which is why?
I don't know.
It's another extra game. You're playing against other NBA guys.
I guess the only question is that could that extra game give a guy a statistical edge that may end up getting.
Oh, yeah, but boy, he was one of the best in-season tournament guys we've seen in recent history.
It'll be a talking point. Yeah, we'll use it, obviously. We look for things that we can utilize in sports radio and sports media to talk about. The interesting part will be, because as I said, they're going to plan to have an NBA Today special episode Saturday to provide specific details about the tournament, full list of dates, group drawings, locations, as well as a trophy unveiling. And this is a very contrived thing, but it's something that I think Adam Silver, he's trying to spice up the regular season.
The trophy unveiling is this Saturday.
Yeah, he's trying to spice up the early part of the regular season, which is it's something that goes by the wayside. A lot of people don't consider the NBA starting until New Year, and I can understand why he's trying to juice it up a little bit. I'm not sure it's going to have the same impact that he envisions it has, but hey, we'll all have to kind of sit back and wait and see.
Okay.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhaling.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
If you've been injured in an accident, you need and deserve an experienced law firm in your corner. We'd love to talk to you about your injury case. Call us at 801-222-2222 for a free case review. That's 801-222-2222. You can also visit us at siegfriedandjensen.com to learn more.
This is Hanson Scotty.
Let's do it.
Kalani Satake, what is the most you've paid for a concert ticket, and what concert was it?
For me, MC Hammer.
Oh, nice.
I had the parachute pants, all that stuff ready to go. I mean, don't get me started, guys.
No,
you
we
can
won't.
still listen to the stuff right now. It's good, clean, wholesome music. The whole family can have parachute pants and go out.
That's true.
And then do their dances and stuff like that. Can't touch this. I mean, he even had some slow songs, songs about praying. Come on, man. He's got it all.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Hey, Jess, want to come for a ride on my motorcycle? We can talk about our feelings and explore our emotional compatibility.
I thought you'd never ask.
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive, and you could use the savings to make sure the motorcycle is always ready for your dream girl. So keep the dream alive and the savings coming with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
Back-to-school savings are red hot this year at Office Depot Office Max. Shop today and save up to 60% on our best-selling school supplies from the brands you know and love, like Crayola, Sharpie, Texas Instruments, 5 Star, and more. Plus, give your schoolwork a professional touch with deals on tech, including amazing savings on HP printers. Shop in store and at OfficeDepot.com to stock up and save on everything you need to start the new school year strong. Success is in session, and so are the savings at Office Depot Office Max.
At the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. From the space
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Nothing beats.
Have you heard of Instacart? I use it to get same-day delivery for my groceries and essentials. So I figured it's time to join Instacart Plus. Now I get unlimited free delivery on orders over $35, 5% credit back on pickup, and a family account. With all these benefits, our savings really add up. No wonder Instacart Plus members save $460 a year when they order at least once a week. See how much you'll save. Visit instacartplus.com for 2 weeks free. Average savings exclude membership fee. Individual savings may vary. Credit back excludes alcohol. Paid membership auto renews. Additional terms apply.
Summer is here. Time to fire up the grill and raise your new custom motorized shades from Blinds.com. Save 40% site-wide right now during our 4th of July spectacular. We've got everything from Roman and roller shades to shutters, curtains, and more. Plus outdoor shades to keep your deck and patio cool for summer hangouts and backyard barbecues. Talk to a Blinds.com design expert today and get samples shipped directly to you, fast and free. Need help with measuring and installation? We've got you covered there too. And there's no need for an in-home consultation just to get a quote. You always get upfront pricing right on our website. With Blinds.com, you never have to sacrifice when it comes to style, service, or selection. Plus, you can rest easy with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com's 4th of July spectacular happening now through July 5th and save 40% site-wide plus doorbusters. 40% off at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
HD2 Salt Lake City Mid-Bend. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome to the Delta Center. David Locke along with Ron Boone as we get ready for Summer League game number 2. It's the Utah Jazz against the Philadelphia 76ers Summer League team. And the Jazz, we just watched Oklahoma City and Memphis battle it out. And so now we will watch the next one as the Jazz play their second one. And obviously the injury update is as much of interest as some things. No Taylor Hendricks and no Bryce Sensabaugh. So once again, it will be a case in which we see the young Keontae George against the Philadelphia team that's not really as loaded, frankly, as the Oklahoma City team they saw the night before. They have some nice players. Jaden Springer will be at the point guard position. Terquavian Smith, who was a nice player at NC State, that'll feel a little bit more regular for Keontae than Trey Mann and Jalen Williams, two of the higher level players.
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, experience is everything, I think, with guys that's been in this league. And you can just see that players probably get better here in the second ball game. I saw a little bit of improvement from Oklahoma City, but I think Memphis might be the stronger team in the league in this summer league right now.
Springer's an interesting matchup tonight for Keontae George. He's 6'4", so they're both the same size. Springer was the 28th pick of the 2021 draft, so that was 2 years ago. He's played 2 now full seasons kind of between the G League and the NBA. He's only played 16 NBA games for Philadelphia, but this is a guy, so you learn a lot in those 2 years. We saw Trey Mann, has been kind of one of the best players on the floor till he over-dribbled here late in the game the other night for Oklahoma City. So, and this is a guy who they actually, they're kind of waiting to see. So 6'4", 204. He played his college ball at Tennessee. This is a good test because this is an older player, similar size, but maybe someone who Keontae George as a 16th pick should be able to handle instead of a 28th pick.
A late developer, maybe. I mean, I'm a guy that understands developing late, but you have a tremendous amount of skills that your development is probably a little bit slower than some of your counterparts. But you stick with it. You're getting a chance now to continue to play against this level of competition, and so therefore you got to give a kid like this a chance, especially if he has a ton of talent.
Now, what will be a little bit interesting is there is a chance, and we'll see how they match up, that Springer could end up matching up against Abaji a little bit, which would be the other matchup, which case you have a good ACC Big 12 battle with the 6'4" guard, 20 years old, who Turkavian Smith, who is another one who's on a two-way contract right now. He played at NC State this year, didn't get drafted, and felt like 30 seconds after the draft was over, he got picked up by Philadelphia. Philadelphia went and grabbed two guys the minute the draft was over, in Ricky Council and Turkavian Smith. So those are the three players on that side that are of interest. For the Jazz, really the interest tonight, Keontae George, Ochai Agbaji in the backcourt of those two. And we saw the Jazz play collective point guard play the other night. Ron, what's your thought on how these two kind of assimilate, get the offense going, and how they feel their roles with this team right now?
Which is very important going forward here when coaches are looking at you and they want to see, first of all, the type of player you are, what type of teammate you are. Can you make your teammates better and still play your game? Second year here for Agbaji, you expect for him to be probably the leading scorer on this team, the guy that knows the offense and can get the things done here. Whereas you can just really tell that George has a lot of upside to his game.
All right,
that second half.
What did you see out of him in the opening night?
I saw he was. I would go just. He may have been a little bit nervous in that first half. I mean, he wanted to do well, and he knows that he's a good draft pick, and his other draft picks were not out there on the floor, so the everything was on him. The second half, I thought he played comfortable. He got up and down the floor. He drove to the basket. He didn't settle for jump shots or anything like that, even though I think from looking at him, his release is very, very good.
Someone asked me there, I was doing radio with Alex and Jake, and they asked me, what are the things you're looking for in Summer League? And some of it's really, really basic. And one of the things I said about Keontae George was I loved his three-point shot release. Yeah. How easy it was. They're like, well, he went 1 for 4. I was like, yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah. It looked so natural and so easy for him. It looked like something that, he'd be able to translate as he came across the NBA. There are guys who come out here and you're like, oh, that shot looks long. Yeah. Or you pointed out to me, there's guys who shoot on the way down. And when you shoot on the way down, it's really hard to be able to get that shot off.
Exactly. And he has a great touch, and I think he has he'll have good range there as well because of that. You got to be able to shoot in this league. He's 6'4", and that's a good size there for a guard.
Yeah. Jeff Hornacek in the house, former Jazz great. Chris Morris is in the house as well, former Jazz player on their final NBA Finals teams. He may be joining us in the third quarter of tonight's game on the broadcast, so stay with us for that as we're about to get started here. The starters for tonight for the Jazz are the same as they were the other night. The Jazz will be starting Ochai Agbaji and Keontae George in the backcourt. Luka Samanic, Micah Potter, and Vernon Carey Jr. will be your starting center for the Philadelphia 76ers. So we mentioned Jaden Springer and Turkavian Smith are the backcourt. Javonte Smith will also get Javonte Smart will get the other start. He played in the G League last year for the Birmingham team, so that's some pretty good experience. Ricky Council, who got a lot of scouts' eyes on him this year because he was playing with Anthony Black and Nick Smith at Arkansas, and frankly, the times I watched, he was often the best player on the floor. The other guys maybe have higher development and things of that nature, but Council was often the best player on the floor. And then the center for this team comes out of Serbia, and his name is Filip Patrushev, and he will be the center for them. It's 6'11", 234 pounds, so big weight advantage for Vernon Carey Jr. there. Evan Bradds is the head coach for the Utah Jazz in the Summer League this year, and he'll be taking the team down to Vegas as well. Chris Jones, Sean Shannon, Chris Washington all on the bench along with him. Will Hardy, Danny Ainge, Jeff Hornacek all sitting in the front row along with Justin Zanuck of the Utah Jazz staff getting to watch this one. We've got the head coaches in the building. Nick Nurse is, though, coaching the 76ers team here in Salt Lake. They'll put somebody else in charge when they go to Las Vegas. Taylor Jenkins, Mark Dagnall in watching their other teams here as well. And as was the case the other night, lower bowl virtually sold out. Some tickets in the upper bowl probably going to be filled here shortly as we get ready to go.
It's the size of the players out there on the floor. Both got a couple of 6'10" players there in the middle. And then you see a bunch of 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" players, guys that can run and shoot the basketball.
I think you'll like this Council kid, Ron. He had a nice game in the first Summer League game. Jazz are in a white uniform tonight with black, no yellow on their uniform tonight. Philadelphia controls the tip. Here's Smith. He's the NC State product. Top to Smart. The mention played in the G League. Jazz have a defensive communication problem. He rolls right to the basket and lays it up and in.
Right away.
I like this uniform. White and black, no other coloring. Pretty clean by the Jazz here. Keontae George starting the offense at the top. Smith all over him, clapping at him, getting in on him. Here's Abaji. Off a pick, they switch. Abaji drives to the left hand on Council. Underhand scoops too hard. Potters follow no good. Samanic gets it back. Loses the dribble. Now recollect with a baseline drive to the rack and scores it. Well, his body is great, Ron. 6'10", 220. Samanic. You can see why the Spurs picked him 19th in the draft.
Yeah, and plus the fact that the Jazz liked him enough that they put him on the contract.
Smith straightaway three for the Sixers, no good. Samanic takes the ricochet right off the chin and brings it down. Keontae to the front court. He'll rise and fire for a three. It's good, smooth.
Always good for that first one to go in.
5-0 Utah. 5-2, excuse me. Smith, 6'4", but lanky. Not a big body. Shot from the corner, no good. Rebound Abaji. Keontae to the front court. Chested across to Samanic. Steps into a three. Good. Early offense from the Jazz.
2 passes and a 3. That's good offense. And why is it a good offense? Because it was a good pace.
Petrushiev at the rim, missed the layup. Samanic outlet. Keontae at the cup. Blocked by Smith. He got up all over it. Smith is an animated one. Out of North Carolina. Went to NC State.
6'4".
Backdoor cut. George catches. Puts the body into Smith. Draws the foul and scores on him.
Smith had a little stretch on when he blocked his shot. Now you get a chance to return the favor there as George gets him up in the air, contact, and gets a chance for a 3-point play out of it.
A little nod from Keontae back at him. Pretty smart play by Keontae to ball fake him, knowing he came off a block just a moment before. And nice start for Keontae George. 11-2 Jazz start. Philly scored first. Keontae knocks a pass away to the wing.
Abaji looked a little like he's muscled up a little bit there.
Well, he was pretty fit last year, but he does look thin.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, really.
Just a moment ago came up, politely said hello. Spent a lot of time talking to him last year in the locker room, but you don't always expect him to go out of their way to say hi to the announcer. They got better things to do. Here's George driving, tries to get to the corner, pass out of bounds. George turns it over. Got himself too deep on that one. And these are things you learn, Ron. Like getting deep in a collegiate game might be fine. Getting deep in an NBA game or even a G League game with the size of these guys, you're in the world of hurt.
And then sometimes you play. I thought he was a little bit too quick, too fast there, and didn't have enough room to put on brakes.
Smith over the top of the defense, airballs a three, pulled out of the air by Smart. They reset the shot clock, and they're going to stop action to fix that. Play again tomorrow. 7 o'clock start for that one. If you have not come out for either our first two, grab tickets at UtahJazz.com. Great way to get close to the action, feel the fun.
Handball game against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Kenny Lofton Jr., one of the most fun players in the Summer League to watch, G League Player of the Year last year. Smart driving, gets by Carey to the rack, finishes in a foul. So Smart's got 4 of the Sixers' 6. I mentioned Smart in the open. He played for the Birmingham Squadron last year. It's a good name. Though Memphis wins the G League name game. I mean, I know people are getting creative, but I don't think you can beat the hustle. Right?
No, can't beat the hustle, David, but Squadron, that sound like military or sound like the police department or squad. I mean, what is this?
Jump shot, no good. Rebound in the corner. Off the Jazz. Smart, by the way, is older. He's 24 years old. So he originally played his college ball for LSU, graduated in 2021. He's had a little bit of time with the Heat and the Bucks. And near Ricky Council puts in 2.
That's a play that the Denver Nuggets run quite a bit there. A little dribble handoff to the point where they clear out the strong side and you can get all the way to the basket.
Samanic, left-hand drive, shoving off to the right, tries to wrap a pass around the defense, loses it out of bounds. Off the hip of Smart. How about Marcus Smart getting traded from Boston to Memphis?
I had to look at that twice to make sure I read it correctly.
Turnover by Potter on the inbound. Push ahead to Smart. Nice cross-court pass, but Council can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Check it. That wasn't Council. That was Terkavian Smith who couldn't handle it. And Obaji's inbound pass goes over Samanic for a turnover created by Smart. Lobbing it inside, and a slam dunk for 2 for Petrushev. Little 8-0 run by the Sixers makes it 11-10. Abaji initiates, takes a left-hand drive to the rack, hanging in there, blocked by Petrushev. Carey drops the rebound, gets it back, hands to Abaji. Ochai, left-hand drive, big step through the rack for a runner, too hard. Carey, another offensive rebound, back up and in. Vernon Carey Jr. was a top 5 recruit out of high school. Went to Duke.
6'9".
Spent a single year at Duke. Here's Springer for the Sixers. Chested to the corner. And steps for Petrushev as he starts the action. Taylor Hendricks not on the bench tonight. He instead is sitting next to Danny Ainge. In between Scott Morrison, who's now on the Jazz staff, was the G League head coach. And Ainge with Will Hardy one person over. Jeff Hornacek, Justin Zanuck all in that front row.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers score deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
This summer, Dunkin' is shaking things up with even more ice drinks to make your summer soundtrack complete. Introducing the Dunkin' Salted Caramel Cold Brew. Topped with caramel cream, cold foam, and a surprising burnt sugar topping. Try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
You don't need to get personal, like revealing orange juice commercials make you cry, to get the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Just call or go to statefarm.com for a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At WGU, we hear you. That's why we've built an entire online university around you. Here, you set the deadlines. You take courses on your time, and you take the tests when you're ready. WGU, the nonprofit university of you. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Deontay George with an early 6, and the Utah Jazz leading at 13-10. Substitutions. Colby Ross checks in. Nice point guard. Grew up in Aurora, Colorado. Potter stays in. Abaji stays in. Johnny Juzang makes his first appearance of the Summer League. And the lanky DePaul product Ogunda in the game as well as Micah Potter gets one at the rim. Top Springer working on Ross, puts a shoulder in him, gets the ring, and there's a Kondo with a block. That's what he did at DePaul. Fast break, Johnny Juzang to the rack, layup too hard. Abaji lays it back up and in. Good hustle there.
I really like the speed.
Council Jr., or Council the fourth, misses the pull-up jumper. Top to Potter. Left corner, Juzang. Juzang gets it back from Potter, tries to drive with the right hand, a little loose with the dribble, has to recollect. He actually turned it over. Ben Russell is our on-site audio engineer. You can go back to where we were. That's better. 17-10. Jamil Hawkins producing the broadcast tonight. Christian back in the studio.
That last break the Jazz just had, 3 passes, David, before they even got into what they were trying to do out there on the floor.
You like that, or you don't
like that? Because, it means everyone's going to run.
One of the theories here is that by not having a designated point guard, everybody gets out and goes. Here's Ross. Left side of Baji. Jabs right, goes left to the rack, hangs in the air, twists the body at the rim, gets it blocked. Coming back the other way, Smart. Smart played 12 games with the Bucks, 5 with the Heat in his career. Turns it over. Juzang catches to the rim. He's blocked from behind. Ross finishes it up and in. Johnny Juzang thought he had 2 layups tonight. Neither of them have gone. And both have been followed by teammates. And it's an 8-0 run by the Jazz. They lead at 19-10.
And what turned into a 2-foot jump, if it one leg, wouldn't have gotten blocked.
Yep. DJ Stewart, pass across the top. Gives to Council. He'll attack the rack, hang in the air, double clutch, dunk. Woo! Potter pushing it ahead. Abaji in the corner. One dribble to his left. Frees himself. Lets it fly. No good. And a rebound to the 76ers. Springer attacking Juzang to the rack. Draws the foul. And Jaden Springer will go to the line. Nice little start here for the Jazz. 19-12. And Springer will go to the line. Well, we are getting to see Keontae George have a nice start tonight. He's on the bench right now, but Keontae talked with JP Chunga of Round Ball Roundup about the confidence level he had coming in.
I'll probably say off the court, I'm confident, treat everybody with respect. I'm engaged with the fans. Always keep a smile on my face. I think my character is what I'm really confident in. At the end of the day, the basketball going to take care of itself. I'm going to stay in the gym. Like I said, I'm playing with the basketball, but, you can control your character, how you act towards people. That's what I'm confident about.
Keontae checks back into the ballgame. Keontae's playing at 185 pounds. He played at 210 at Baylor. Catches here, comes off the pick. Retreats, now drives to the left hand, hangs in there, gets a shot blocked by Council. Out to Juzang. Ball fakes, jumps up into 2 steps, misses the layup at the rim. Samanic follows, can't finish. Council guarded Keontae George in that Baylor-Arkansas game, and early on gave him a hard time. Earlier this year. In fact, 3 of Keontae's first 4 shots in that game were blocked. Now I was listening to our stats guy, Leaf Tulane, who was telling me later in that game, Keontae seemed to get it going a little bit late in the game and help Baylor on the way. But early on, both Ricky Council and some of Arkansas's other defenders were up on Keontae and gave him a tough start. 19-14. And a foul off the ball. Victor Wembanyama makes his debut Friday in Vegas.
Did I see there was a sellout already?
That's what I've heard. I've heard the whole weekend might be sold out. Here's Stewart driving up over Gandu, misses a shot, tip follow up and in. Onganda is a great shot blocker. 4th all time at the ball. Samanic comes down the left baseline and packs it. Jazz leading it 21-16, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Stewart pulls for 3, back rim no good, high rebound, Keontae has it. George, left-hand dribble, gives to Ross, he'll shoot the 3 over the top, swirls around and in. Utah 24, Philadelphia 16, Jazz have been hitting the...
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot. we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
At the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. From the space you have, to the features you want, to the savings you need. Like a new GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo laundry machine that can wash and dry a large load in about 2 hours, without you ever having to transfer the load over. Get special buy savings like the GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo laundry machine, plus an extra $100 off select laundry sets in-store and online at the Home Depot.
We're an Instacart family.
Oh my goodness, we saved so much time with same-day grocery delivery.
So we joined Instacart Plus.
And now we're saving more money.
We get unlimited free delivery on orders over $35,
5% credit back on pickup,
and a family account to shop together.
Did you know members save $460 a year when they order at least once a week?
I do now. See how much you'll save. Visit instacartplus.com for 2 weeks free. Average savings exclude membership fee. Individual savings may vary. Credit back excludes alcohol. Paid membership auto renews. Additional terms apply.
You need and deserve an experienced law firm in your corner. We'd love to talk to you about your injury case. Call us at 801-222-2222 for a free case review. That's 801-222-2222. You can also visit us at siegfriedandjensen.com to learn more.
Jazz shooting it well here early, unlike the other night where they didn't hit anything early. Tonight they're 10 of 23, 43%, but 3 of 5 from 3. And that has certainly changed the way this game feels. Ron, what's your impressions here early tonight?
Well, my total impression, like I said earlier, is the pace of play. How fast, and I'm very impressed with moving the basketball, how quickly they move the basketball. And like I said earlier, 3 passes before they got to the paint, and end up getting a good shot. So if this is the indication of what kind of pace the Jazz are going to play at or want to play with, this year, I'm going to like it, I think.
Keontae back in the ballgame, had a good start. Seem more relaxed tonight. Gives to Ross, back to Keontae. Feeder set, fires the 3 and nails it. He did not shoot the ball well at Baylor, but he did put on some really good shooting displays in his draft workouts. And people believe he can really shoot it. And Keontae looked comfortable on the first 2 tonight from 3 as Seward spins in the lane and scores. Ron, when you look at a shooter, what are you looking for?
Well, a few things. One, your release. Release meaning, is a flat release, or are you releasing high enough to where you're going to have arch, just like that shot there by Johnny.
Air ball by Johnny Juzang.
Got it up in the air, makes it a softer shot.
3 on the other side, no good. Samanic rebounds.
Now, can you shoot off the dribble? What kind of shooter are you? Are you a catch-and-shoot player?
Ross, top to Samanic. His 3 is good.
The Jazz are filling it up.
30-18. Jazz hit 5 threes in 8 attempts. Philly's yet to make one. Smith gets all the way to the basket and scores.
You can see this Philly team, what they have out there on the floor, what we've seen more of the dribble drive team. Most of these guys are trying to get to the basket.
Ross finds a slicing Agunda at the basket. He gets it blocked. Tucker blocked it. No, check it. It was Brown out of Texas. Greg Brown III. Played with the Ontario Clippers last year. So a lot of G League experience on this Philadelphia team. As Seward drives the lane, and Agunda blocks another one. Blocked 3 a game in his career, 4 last year in a limited time as he came off an injury for DePaul. And Tucker bumps George out of bounds. Substitutions coming in. Vernon Carey as well as Kinsey. Played a little bit the other night out of Marshall. Good scorer at Marshall. Jazz playing virtually the same rotation they did the other night, except for so far we haven't seen Hauser because Johnny Juzang played. Inbound by Samanic to Carey. He drives. Kicks to the corner. Back up top. Samanic, high arcing three. Perfect. Samanic put it down tonight. That's what you want to see out of him because everything about his body and his movements are fantastic. The one thing he has not done yet in his career is make shots. Springer driving to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound tapped around. Grabbed by the Sixers. Missed. Grabbed by the Sixers again. Springer's blocked from behind. Coming out with it for the Jazz is Colby Ross.
This Philadelphia team, to me, is a little easier to defend. They don't have shooters.
Right.
They're putting the ball on the floor, the head down, going to the basket.
You're right. They really don't.
No.
Ross will get free throws out of this. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Jazz 33-20. Ross misses the free throw. He's the Colorado High School Player of the Year. And then spent 4 years at Pepperdine. So a WCC player while BYU is in the WCC. Now in the Big 12.
Now officially in the Big 12.
Second free throw is good. Ross bothering Smith. Smith goes all the way up the court, misses at the rim, gets his own.
Este anuncio especial es para los padres de alumnos de kinder hasta octavo grado. Manatee Charter School en Bradenton ahora acepta solicitudes para el otoño. Bríndele a sus hijos un programa integral con ciencia, tecnología y aprendizaje basado en proyectos, deportes divertidos y electivas, y un fuerte enfoque en la cívica. Nuestra cultura segura hace que cada niño se sienta bienvenido. Lo mejor de todo, Manatee Charter School es gratuita. Solicite ahora visitando bestmanateecharter.org. Eso es bestmanateecharter.org.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Jake from State Farm here to answer your what ifs.
What if I need a policy, but I just can't choose?
An agent can help you choose. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Hi, this is Gail from Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hey, Gail, I'm looking for a credit card that's good for a busy lifestyle.
I've got the hook up. You can earn 3 times the points on dining and 2 times on fuel with our Gold Rewards card. IYKYK.
Do you mean if you know, you know?
Is that what that means?
We totally get it. Finance, that is. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday.
Healthcare provider for the Utah Jazz family and yours, University of Utah Health has the right playbook for keeping your team healthy, no matter what age or need. Get the same care the Utah Jazz rely on by visiting uofuhealth.org. That's uofuhealth.org.
$34-20, the end of one. And the story of the first quarter was the play of Luka Samanic. And Samanic was the 19th pick by the Spurs. Played very limited with them. Just 36 games, he shot 29% from three, and then with 7 games for the Jazz, he shot 26% from three. So the last piece you're really looking for out of him is whether he can make some threes, and he's come out tonight, shot it with aggressiveness, and made those shots. And the thing, Ron, you and I have talked about, his shot looks great. It just doesn't always go in. He brings it up here in the front court now. Bounce to the wing to Kinsey. Backdoor cut by George, but the pass is deflected and stolen. Long outlet, Philadelphia. Samanic flies by, fouls the 76ers, Petrushev, and doesn't get the call, but no foul called on Samanic. Then Carey steps in bounds when he's inbounding. That laugh in the background you can hear is the great Thurl Bailey. That laugh just bellows. And he and Chris Morris are hamming it up over there. Chris Morris, former Jazz Mill, will join us in a second. Carey almost stole the inbound to make up for that mistake. Jazz lead at 34-22. 13 for Samanic, 9 for George, headline the first quarter.
About 6 for 9 from the three-point line there. And obviously Samanic had a lot to do with that as he was 3 for 4.
Sixers playing in the post on George and a spinning move by Tucker and a foul. Tucker bigger, a little bit bigger than Keontae.
It's like Keontae will get a lot of minutes. Probably get a lot of minutes down in Vegas there as well.
Tonight's a strong showing. Will Hardy's got to be watching this one. Wonder if he's getting minutes that way. Jazz have so many guards. I mean, you look at the Jazz right now, they have Taylor Horton-Tucker, Colin Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, Jordan Clarkson, Chris Dunn, Keontae George. 9:32 left here, second quarter. Jazz by 11. Kinsey hands it off to George. They jump the top side of him, but he reacts correctly. Now comes off a left-hand pick. Hesitates, pump fake, step back three is well short. It's an air ball. Springer goes and pushes him in the back, George in the back, and now the two of them are chatting. George's like, don't push me. Springer just literally walked up to him and pushed him in the back. Little test for the youngster. Springer driving, reverse side layup, and he's fouled.
Boy, they put their head down and go to the basket. First quarter, they were 0 for 6 from the three-point line. They only shot 34%, but the majority of those misses, dribble drives.
To remind you of the way the Toronto Raptors played, because Nick Nurse is the head coach.
Good, yes.
Free throw by Springer's good. Samanic checks out. 9 minutes, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Free throws are good by Springer. Springer spent 2 years in the Philadelphia system. Just hasn't played in the NBA much. Top to George, drives hard to the rack, goes up, a lot of contact at the rim between him and Springer, shot no good. Springer right side, pump fakes a three, now steps back into one, nails it. Philadelphia's cut it to 6, 34-28 on a 8-0 run. Agbaji, 3 left wing, short, gets his own rebound, attacks, flares it out to the wing, 3 ball for Hauser, no good. Rebound comes down to the Sixers. Petrusev out to Smith, lobbing to the rim. Council packs it on the alley-oop. And now Philly's playing fast on a 10-0 run.
Yeah. Good things happen. I mean, when you can push the ball up the floor ahead of the defense.
Driving, carry to the rack, rises with a left hand over Petrusev and puts it up and in. That's a nice move right there. That'll make you be a top 5 recruit out of high school.
6'9", what are they listing as his weight?
270, I think.
270.
Here come the Jazz. Agbaji, low dribble to the rack. Blocked by Council. Ricky Council putting on a defensive show here. And Keontae George commits an open court foul to slow down the break.
I think what was impressive to me about that block was that you could see Agbaji tried to shoot the off-rhythm shot off the right foot, and he gets it blocked. That was a good block there by the defender.
I'm not saying he was the best prospect. Let me make sure this is clear. But, Ron, I watched a few Arkansas games this offseason because they had 2 players that were going to get drafted in the first round. I thought Council was the best player on the floor from a basketball standpoint a lot of times. Now, Anthony Black's 6'8" and plays point guard, so Orlando drafts him early, and Nick Smith was a highly sought-after high school player, slid all the way down to the late 20s in the draft. Here's Council driving, fading back with a jumper, misses. He's not a great shooter. Got away with some of those things more in college than you probably can in the NBA. Went undrafted. Potter, quick release from the right corner, no good. 3-ball not falling, but that's great rebound by Kinsey in traffic. Out to Keontae. Open 3 from the right shoulder is good. Third 3 of the night for Keontae George.
I thought about the decisions that management has to make about players.
None of it's easy.
None of it's easy.
Jazz have a lot of pieces of the puzzle. Here's Smith, cut off by Potter. Springer calls for a pick. Hauser switches on him and fouls him on the shot. So free throws coming. We'll hear from Chris Morris coming up here in just a few minutes on the broadcast. Always love it when the alumni come back.
Yeah, that's a very good program, David. Boston Celtics, from my experience years ago, was probably the best at it.
Yep.
And the Jazz are starting to catch up like a lot of the other teams in the NBA. Thanks to
Ron Boone.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Springer hits the free throws. Abaji will initiate on this possession. Potter drives with the right hand, gets it stripped and knocked away. Jazz lead it 39-32. Inbound goes into the backcourt is a turnover and a loose ball foul on Potter trying to go get it. Not a great pass. This is sometimes where it shows up more than some other places that they haven't played together.
Yeah. Well, that was just not a very good decision.
Springer at the top. Hesitation, drive, ball fakes, fades back on the baseline, scores it. Nice move.
Endless water views, unforgettable dining, relaxing leisure time. The luxurious Sunseeker Resort Charlotte Harbor is opening this October. Share your brilliance and join us. We're now recruiting for luxury services staff in food and beverage, housekeeping, hospitality, and more. With over 1,200 positions available, it's your time to shine at our world-class resort. Apply now at sunseekercareers.com. Sunseeker, work, grow, succeed. Equal opportunity employer.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
Inhaling and long exhaling.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
I bet that.
We're back with you. It's 39-34, Jazz by 5. We're joined by Chris Morris, Jazz alumni, was on the NBA Finals teams in those great days when this building just was pumping with noise and craziness.
Yeah, man, I love that. Bring back memories, man. You had to put some cotton in your ears because it gets so loud up in here.
That's right.
Especially in the playoff time.
Well, then Bear would come by.
I know y'all had games where y'all couldn't even hardly talk on the radio because it was too loud.
Too loud in here, yeah.
Bear come by with his motorcycle, make it a little louder for you.
That's what I'm saying. And don't even put a streak on the floor. That was really doing your job, how to ride that motorcycle.
Well, it's great to have you out here. How you been? What's
it's good, man. Flew in from Houston and got here, ain't stopped running since.
Yeah, they like having alumni in town.
Hey, I love to be here too. Big time. I see that everything has changed. I'm enjoying that. Seeing all of the diversity and how everybody's starting to branch out in this whole
Do
industry.
you even recognize Salt Lake City?
No, I really don't.
Man, it's crazy. You go out of town for 2 weeks, you don't recognize
let me
Salt
tell
Lake
you
City right
something.
now.
All these high rises they putting down here, I don't even. There wasn't that many down here.
No. I think the Little America restaurant existed. I'm not sure what else did. Right? Like, it's a long.
It's a journey, man. That you get to witness how Utah has grown, how the fan base is getting stronger.
Yeah.
Even when businesses are transferring down this way, and just let y'all know, my son got married. My third son, William, he got married. His wife is getting transferred out here in Utah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have some extra time now. So
that's great.
I'm gonna be ready to come out.
Yeah.
And play boon and some golf.
Did you have to tell them that Salt Lake was all right?
Oh yeah. They're gonna know. They know. William know. William went to Westminster.
Yeah.
Over here out by Sandy.
I was about to ask you about your son. Yeah, one went to Colorado, though, right?
Colorado State.
Actually,
both. I had my first and second went there. Michael did the full 4 years. Sean did a year, and he transferred. But then when Katrina came in, and he was going to go to UNO, and then that didn't happen because Buzz Williams, that was at Colorado State, wound up going to Marquette.
Yep.
And then everything else went there. Then my son wound up finishing school at HBU over in Houston Baptist.
Oh, yeah.
So he finished there, and didn't put no pressure on him. I just, it depends on what you want to do. So he finished and graduated. And that's it. That's all I wanted, man.
Okay, UNO. There's a UNO in Omaha, Nebraska. So you're not talking about
I'm sorry. That's University of New Orleans.
University of New Orleans. All right.
Yeah. So he made a decision that he wanted to just come home and finish school. That was it. And I'm proud of my boys, what they do. My daughter, she's grad school now, volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. She's hungry for it.
Oh, you love it.
But she's gonna do a 1 year University of Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Chris. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Fast break the other way. Two guys try to alley-oop dunk at the same time. That does not work very well. And the Sixers turn it over. 44-36. Hauser ball fakes. Lets the three fly. It's short. Abaji hit a three a moment ago for the Jazz. He's got 5 now. Jazz 13 for Simon. It's 12 for Keontae George leading the way for the Jazz.
What's the odds of that?
Two guys trying to alley-oop. Only in Summer League. Certain plays are only in Summer League. That's one of them right there.
Yeah. That is it, man. That is it.
Did you play? You were drafted by New Jersey.
Yes.
Did you ever play Summer League?
I played one time.
You were like the 4th pick of the draft, though, weren't you?
Yes. But I didn't. I played one game, but I wanted to play more so that I can get the experience in and get in shape there. And then when I got to camp, I'll be almost ready for everything else.
It's a different world now.
Yeah, it is.
These kids are flying around everywhere before this with all their draft workouts.
Well, the difference thing is that at that time, I don't think that anybody had to go to Vegas and play.
No, there wasn't probably Vegas.
No. It was either California,
Orlando, maybe.
Orlando. To me, that was it.
Yeah,
Jazz had a summer league.
Jazz had summer league.
They did.
Played up at
Westminster or Salt Lake Community
East
College?
High. I mean, was it East High School?
I thought it was Westminster. You might be right.
I think East High School.
It was the gym that we practiced. Well, since I got here, there was a gym that we practiced at.
Were you here when we practiced at Westminster?
Yeah.
I remember. We used to sit in talk about the different world.
Why you think I'm mad at that we not over there at the other facility that they got right now?
With the Four Seasons eating in there. That dining room is with a fireplace. They used to have a golf simulator in there.
Sure did.
Come on, man.
Hey, as media, we used to sit in the stairwell of Westminster Gym waiting for you guys to finish practice, and we would occasionally, or every time, be able to hear Jerry hollering at you through the bowels of the stairwell of Westminster.
And it echoes very well.
It did.
We don't heard it many times. He don't put some bleep, bleep, bleep into it.
Yeah, there might have been a few of those.
Get everybody out the gym.
You want to fight me?
Yeah. I'll leave it alone, man. I'll let that go. I ain't finna put no more marks on my record.
That's right. Training camp, what do we do? Training camp in Cedar City, Utah, Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, Boise.
Saying that double tree.
Yeah,
St. George.
yeah.
St. George as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun days, man.
And that, that got us away from the city.
Yeah.
And now it makes us try to bond a little bit, no matter who's on the team, And along with that, we can talk. We ain't got nowhere to go.
Yep.
So we get a chance to talk. You guys will be there. We get a chance to have conversations and stuff and talk about, life itself, man. Because now when the season starts, guess what? We can almost think for each other at the same time on the floor and find out what we're doing, And I think sometimes that's what some teams are missing. What other players are thinking while they're on the floor.
When you get asked about John and Carl in that whole era, what do you tell people? What are the anecdotes or stories you tell about those two guys?
Hey man, they didn't play. They were serious about their job. When I got here, I had to understand how they work together in order to understand how Jerry wants the offense to be ran. Me coming from New Jersey, when I get the rebound, I see somebody else, I'm throwing it. Jerry had to slow me down from that because I was seeing everybody open, but Stockton standing right next to me in games, and he ain't getting the ball, so his assist is going down. So he had to straighten me up real quick in the first quarter, so I had to slow it down. So once I gave it to him, I just saw how
you knew you could get it back.
What I said, okay, I'm sorry, sir. I had to apologize a little bit,
sir,
because he just understanding how he really plays the game. I didn't realize he had eyes like that.
Yeah.
He was patient. I mean, like real patient to get you the ball where you want it. It be exact where your hand at. It's in your hand, and you ain't got no time wasted of scoring.
One of the most frustrating things for me as a reporter during that time when I covered you guys, I kept trying to ask John about how he sees the game differently than everyone else. I finally realized he didn't know, because that was the only way he saw the game. He didn't know what everybody else saw.
No. Man, all he does is just play basketball. That's all you want your point guard to do is play. And then he does what he needs to be done, because when I got here, before I got here, everybody hated John Stockton. Heck, I did. I didn't like the way he was setting screens.
Playing against him.
Yeah, when I played against him, he was popping you in the back, man. That's, you get that little stinger, but you want to hunt him down sometimes.
Charles Barkley's one.
Yeah. Everybody see him. I'm sorry. Everybody see him coming, right? They try to run Stockton over. Damn.
They call his picks dirty. But John, he would set a good pick, and he made contact, but he would hold his pick. I mean, he did. A lot of guys set a pick and didn't release. John.
I started watching film on him when I got to the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally saw how he set picks. Everybody on defense at the time was exposing themselves. That's how he was holding the picks.
Mm-hmm.
When you think the pick was coming, you try to bump Carl, you leaving this side open. So now all he's doing is put half his body in between yours.
Got you. Yeah.
And then his legs are so strong, you can't go around him. So I mean, you're trying to go through him. But he one of the toughest guards I've seen that can take hits from 285-pound guy.
And the play you're talking about is that cross screen.
Yes, sir.
Cross the lane, on the baseline there, sometimes almost underneath the basket. That play there, the Jazz got so many miles out of that particular play.
18,
and that's where John would get beat up a lot because players didn't like the picks.
And that's why that man is who he is. and it's going to be a while for somebody to catch that assist record.
That ain't around. That banner up to our left, Chris Morris is with us. That 15,806 is not getting caught.
It ain't going to get caught. If it does, somebody better be looking at for the next 15 years.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to get caught because guys are making so much money now.
A game.
Yeah, right.
And that's 82 game plus playoffs. So you adding on top of all of that.
Right.
So you got to do it consistently. I give that credit to Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
But, man, you ain't going to come close. Even Chris Paul.
No. And the guys are making too much money now.
And he catches still playing. And Chris Paul's still playing. He ain't finna catch it.
Not even close.
He's not going to catch it. That's why I say it was so great to play here, because you know you're going to really get, like you said, based on the screens, how he screens. He knows how to fake a shot because he's always showing like he's going to shoot the ball anyway, and then he still give you the ball. And he one of the unselfish guys that you're going to always find out that you are not going to find in this decade or any other century, because he's a go-getter. Guys who determined to win without emotions.
Oh,
you don't even know if he's mad or happy.
Oh, interesting.
But
Tell you something interesting. His son was here playing last
few years ago.
Yeah, last year. No,
COVID year.
Yeah, and I was sitting there talking to him. He's talking his son through the plays. I mean, through his movement out there on the floor. I mean, that's how engaged and how he can see things.
Yeah,
you know what's going on.
He's a great teacher there too, because a show with that legacy that kept going. With one of his sons, to where they know the game and they've been around it all their lives, and you can see that they even when they were little kids, they were still having fun, but you can tell they were still paying attention to it.
Well, his daughter went and played up in Montana State, I think.
Yeah.
Montana State was a nice player.
Yes.
And then hope this might be the one that's going to be coming with the legacy. You never know.
Well, the rumor is that John still plays all the time at Gonzaga. He's still setting those same picks on the college kids.
But he's always going to be in shape, though.
Yeah.
And he's going to look like he's going to be right. but today's game is never clean screens.
Right.
There's no timing plays. The way I see it is way too much dribbling.
Oh, interesting.
Not enough execution. We already know that what's lacking in the league right now is more defense.
Yeah.
And we already know it's not what it used to be.
And now we got these 7 feet tall guys that can do everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. And speaking of that, though, I'm just waiting on what San Antonio gonna do. And
go watch Victor Friday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him on TV, but I'm gonna see him on TV.
You might have to make the trek down to San Antonio, see him in person at some point.
Maybe, but if not, I'd rather come and see him play here in Utah.
All right.
Just to let him know what this atmosphere is like and how to breathe.
That's right. see what altitude's like.
He'll be waving like a tree in the wind.
That's right. It is great to see you, my friend. It is super fun to catch up. Keontae George drives the basket, lays it up. Minute left in the quarter. Jazz lead it.
When that young fella find out how to play this game,
you like him?
Yeah, he got good size. He just got to be able to know how to run it in his own pace and set everybody up. And then he knows how to shoot the ball.
Accelerates here. Flares to the corner to Abaji. Kicks it back left side. Juzang for three, long. Rebound to Philly with 37 seconds left in the quarter. So you've watched George for about 2 quarters. You've seen enough. You can tell he's got that
hop. He got that hop. He just got to get that NBA conditioning in. I think this is what a lot of the young guys don't understand. College ball is different than the NBA, because when you get out here, these guys are in shape based on what they got going on. He has a decent shot. It's about how you play this game within the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not choosing their pace the right way.
Samanic foul with 8 seconds left. He'll go to the line. Keontae missed a 3 there. Keontae is 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3 tonight, 14 points. Samanic has 13, and Colby Ross has come off the bench for 11 points and 5 assists for the Jazz.
Boom, whenever you get ready, baby, I'm ready to get that golf in.
Ron's never turned down a round.
I'll be down in Vegas. I'm going down.
I'll wait till you play.
We had a good time in Dallas, don't you think?
Yeah, I did. I loved it, man. I'm going to make sure Willie Davis put us next to each other so we can have some fun.
Yeah.
But, guys, it's always been a pleasure to come home and see you guys the best way
Well, it's great to see
You
you, Chris.
know,
We
and
appreciate
everybody
that.
know that we're gonna always.
When I deployed, I didn't realize that even the air we were breathing was dangerous. Veterans like us are now eligible for new VA care and benefits based on when and where we served. Apply today. Visit va.gov/PACT.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Yeah, I caught my first fish, Dad.
Great job, buddy. He's a beauty.
Thanks for taking me fishing. Love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive, and you could use the savings to make sure the boat's always ready for those magical father-son moments. Who knows, maybe someday he'll actually like fishing. So keep the dream alive and the savings coming with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
Truck drivers are...
At Rocket, we know buying a home is exciting and a bit overwhelming. Ready to buy a home but stressed about writing those big checks? Rocket can help you save. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you can get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. It's a pretty big deal, and one you can get only with Rocket. Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
For purchase transactions only, must log rate between 331 and 831. Call 8337-ROCKET for conditions and restrictions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Cash. The iHeart 2 Kids promotion runs Saturdays in June, where lucky North Club members can earn entries for the chance to pick a heart and win free play or up to $5,000 cash. At the grand finale on June 24, 3 members will get $5,000 each. Earn 5 times the entries on Mondays. Regulated by the Catawba Nation Gaming Commission. Must be 21 or older to play. Gambling problem? Call the National Council on Problem Gambling at 1-800-522-4700.
Welcome back to the Charlotte Football Club Radio Network.
Charlotte FC 1, NYCFC 1, a final from New York. This was one from Charlotte FC's perspective that looked very, very good from the start, but then as the game went on, it just seemed inevitable that New York was going to try and put one in the back of the net. We'll let you hear how it sounded with our highlight montage. Set into the New York end to Josviak on the right side. Settled for Westwood. Into the area for Capetti. Capetti with a turn and shot off the woodwork right side. Enzo Capetti had the goalkeeper off his line, but missed one short side. Harrison Offel made the stab on the deflection out, and it'll be an in-swinging corner coming from Kufreis into the area. Headed by Magno. Another save by Kalina as he takes it off the end line going down to ground.
It's a comfortable save from Kalina, collapsing down to his right-hand side. Tried the quick distribution long for Karas Widerski. Too much on it, but what's good about that save from Kalina is his footwork across the goal and just a very calm save from the Croatian.
Sent forward, left side to Swiderski. Swiderski's got Capetti cutting. Swiderski for Capetti. It's stolen away by Hack. Kept alive by Gaines. A shot. He scores! Mackenzie Gaines has given the Charlotte lead. A big, big play from Mackenzie. His first goal of the season. It continues to be a good game for him against NYC.
Mackenzie Gain rips a strike and soars it into the back of the net, celebrates with the cheeky golf swing, and it was a rocket from his boots. A brilliant finish from Mackenzie Gaines, demonstrating why he's in this starting lineup.
Sent to the back by Magno. Magno down the flank. Magno with a chance at a shot. Saved that by Kalina coming to ground. And he got to go on the ground to try and get the ball back off of the stab that he made and almost let it go by him. But, man, Christian Kalina did well to tie it up once he did get a hold of it.
Really good pounce by Kalina onto that loose ball. I think referee would have blown a foul even if he had been dispossessed there, because he did have two hands on the ball when Ledzema got that last touch on it. But again, Magno's going to wonder, how many opportunities am I going to get?
Gouffre cutting to the middle for Keaton Parks. Parks coming to the top of the box. Parks in the area for Ferreira. Ferreira has it, trying to get around his man. A shot off the post. It went over the right side woodwork and goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Crazy for Pereira. Swiderski comes forward with it. Swiderski's got Merrim coming with him. Played to the left side to Vargas. Vargas at the top of the box. Vargas a shot. Save made Barraza. But Vargas tried to do the same thing on a cross-cutting shot that Mackenzie Gaines did, but this one a little bit easier to handle for Barraza. Back comes New York now. Parks to the left side. An opportunity, a shot, and they score. He roofed it. Did Brian Gouffre, and he equalizes in the 81st minute. It was shot 18. That's the charm for New York, and they've equalized it in the 81st minute. And that's that. 1-1 is our final, the fourth consecutive draw for Charlotte FC, and the sixth consecutive match without a victory for the Crown. Charlotte FC 1, NYCFC 1 is how it ends in New York. We will recap everything and give you a final thought before we send you on to Saturday next on the Charlotte FC Radio Network. You can be the ultimate goalie when it comes to preventing underage drinking. The CDC calls underage drinking a public health crisis, but thankfully that's changing. Fewer teens are drinking with the help of initiatives like Talk It Out NC, who give families the assist with resources and facts to support conversations about preventing underage drinking. Prevention starts with a conversation, and together we are the solution. Visit talkitoutnc.org to start the conversation and help prevent underage drinking today.
The only way to be your best self is with your best health. When you have a health partner who doesn't just treat part of you, they care for all of you. That's why more people prefer Atrium Health, because unrivaled care is easier, more accessible, and more complete than ever before, so that you can enjoy more of the moments you love. That's what it means to live meaningfully, to live joyfully, to live fully with Atrium Health, official healthcare provider of Charlotte FC.
Hendrick. When you provide a 5-star car buying experience, you get a lot of 5-star reviews. Thanks to you, Hendrick has now received over 500,000 5-star online reviews. And we're the #1 rated dealer group in the country in online reputation. It's all about caring for customers and providing an enjoyable experience. Come in and see what everybody's talking about. This is Hendrick.
Shot, Carey follows it up and in. Ochai slips to 2 of 11 on the night.
Well, the difference in that second quarter was the fact that not only were the 76ers driving to the basket, but they made 3-point shots in that second quarter.
Didn't make one in the first half, first quarter. Down in the post, nice turn for 2 by Petrushev. Handoff blown up by Springer. Turnover on the Jazz. Springer stops. Abaji goes by, strips it from him. Springer gets it back and is fouled, and Philadelphia has a chance to tie the game with Jaden Springer going to the line. Jazz led this game by as many as 14. Philly led 2-0, and that's their last lead. Interesting little note from Rafael Barlow, who is a podcasting host, NBA draft expert of the NBA Big Board. He said Keontae got his burst and quickness back. He played his freshman season around 215, which is 25 pounds heavier than his high school weight, and he's fully recovered from the ankle injury. The thing on Keontae, he did not finish the year well. His final 15 games at Baylor, he shot about 34% for the field and 30% from three as Carey hits a free throw line jumper. And he was playing a lot of threes, so he bulked up. You go back and look at some of his national team performances, Ron, with U18, U16, 3-on-3. He was the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, he came into the college season as a top 5 recruit, top 5 draft pick in the country. Springer blows by him here and gets fouled by Abaji at the rim.
Abaji just picked up his second foul here in the quarter 4 for the ball game, but you think he's a much quicker player, obviously. We're talking about George.
Yep.
At the size he is now.
He said in the interview with us, he's got his pop. He can jump a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he put on the freshman 15, Ron.
Yeah.
This happens to the best of them. I don't know if it might have been intentional.
Add a little weight.
The freshman 15.
Yeah.
A notorious, legendary, generations-long concept. 60-59, Springer splits the free throws. Jason Terry now sitting next to Will Hardy, Danny Ainge, Taylor Hendricks, Jeff Hornacek, and Justin Zanuck on the front row. Here's Abaji, left-hand drive, bounces it inside traffic to Carey, but it's a turnover. And then a foul on Abaji. Ochai picks up his 5th foul. You get extras in the summer league. Ask Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller has 15 fouls in his first 2 games. 8 and 7, I believe, are the numbers. Abaji's having a tough one tonight. 2 of 11, 5 points.
Extra fouls, only 10-minute quarters.
Springer, left corner 3, no good. Abaji rebounds. Jazz by 1. Ochai bounces ahead to Samanic. Sets his feet, underhand scoop to Abaji, rotates to George, bypasses the shot. Instead, he goes down low to Carey for the layup and the foul. Well, my first instinct, honestly, Ron, was he should have shot that. He had some airspace. He's a pretty good shooter. But if you can find the guy at the rim for the layup and the foul, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a better high percentage shot, that's for sure. A layup.
And Vernon Carey now has 10 points, misses the free throw. He scored all the Jazz points here in the quarter, all 6 of them. Jazz by 3, 62-59. Philadelphia's team's a lot of athletes, not a lot of shooters. Smart's 3 is good, though. Smart's got a funny story. He played a little bit in Milwaukee, a little bit in Miami. He's here's Keontae on the push. Smart dropped 40 in a G League game, got cut. Same day. Keontae driving with the right-hand dribble, left hand stretched out, hits Petrushev in the chest. And they are in the face and gets called for foul. Yeah, so Smart scored 40 in a win against the Rio Grande Valley Vipers and got waived by the Heat on the same day. How's that?
I don't know how I would have taken that.
3-ball right side, no good for Smart. Here come the Jazz. Potter. Micah. Ohio State and Wisconsin is college ball. 2-way contract for the Jazz last year. They double him in the post. Potter has it. Tries to swing through traffic, lost the basketball, drew the foul. Tied at 62. Phillies picked up the defensive juice here a little bit. Jazz did not. Only scored 22 points in the second quarter. Keontae, George Ochai, Abaji, Luka Samanic, Micah Potter, Vernon Carey Jr. on the floor for the Jazz. Carey Jazz signed at the very end of last year. He was with Washington for a little while, never played more than 6 minutes in a game. Hands to Abaji, hits the three.
His second three of the ball game.
Ochai's got himself 8 now. Jazz stretched the lead to 3. Council undrafted out of Arkansas, working on Abaji free throw line pull-up jumper too hard off the back handle. Long rebound comes out to Smart. Step back 3, no. Rebound tipped around, loose, out of bounds. Jazz ball. Evan Brad's coaching from a basketball family. His grandfather played with Ron Boone on the Dallas Chaparrals.
1968.
Samanic driving right hand, gets in the lane, scoops to carry, ball stripped away. Here come the Sixers on the run. 4-on-1 break, Council to the rim, and he packed it with a little extra zest. And it's 65-64, Utah by 1. Samanic, left-hand drive this time. Flares it out to the corner on a nice pass to Abaji, missed the 3. Carey flies in and scores it. I want to go back to the play by Samanic there. Left-hand drive to an offhand pass to the corner. That's pretty skilled. Council, 3, not his strength, misses. Rebound comes down to Samanic. Samanic goes big steps to the lane, throws it over Potter's head, over the back, into the backcourt. They're all running after it.
Este anuncio especial es para los padres de alumnos de kinder hasta octavo grado. Manatee Charter School en Bradenton ahora acepta solicitudes para el otoño. Bríndele a sus hijos un programa integral con ciencia, tecnología y aprendizaje basado en proyectos, deportes divertidos y electivas, y un fuerte enfoque en la cívica. Nuestra cultura segura hace que cada niño se sienta bienvenido. Lo mejor de todo, Manatee Charter School es gratuita. Solicite ahora visitando bestmanateecharter.org. Eso es bestmanateecharter.org.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Progressive presents Precious Moments.
Yeah, I caught my first fish, Dad.
Great job, buddy. He's a beauty.
Thanks for taking me fishing. Love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
The exchange you just heard didn't actually happen, but it could. Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive, and you could use the savings to make sure the boat's always ready for those magical father-son moments. Who knows, maybe someday he'll actually like fishing. So keep the dream alive and the savings coming with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers.
Hello, my name is Jorge Gaviria, and I'm the founder of Hacienda. We partner with farmers in Mexico to bring heirloom corn products to every kitchen. With my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And it has no preset spending limit, which means my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
By Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team. Plus, one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
(67-64), Jazz by 3 with 5:41 left. Jazz lead it here in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, Luka Samanic was the headliner in the first half. Both teams shooting it better here in the third quarter. Jazz are 5 of 7 in the quarter. Philadelphia's not shooting it quite as well. They're 3 of 9. Samanic leads the Jazz with 15. Jaden Springer leads the 76ers with 14. Samanic leads the Jazz with 7 rebounds. Colby Ross has 5. Keontae George has 3 of those assists in this quarter. And here's Smart, Philadelphia G League veteran. Misses the free throw. Battle for the loose ball. And Jazz come out with it as Nick Agenda has it. Jazz makes some substitutions. Agenda and Ross come in. And Johnny Juzang. Same pattern as the Jazz had in the first quarter. Potter gets it at the right elbow, looking to conduct. Juzang comes off the pick, ball fakes, drives in the lane to the rim. Wild layup, no good. Juzang just doesn't have any lift on that, so it's a hard angle for him. Tucker for three in transition gives the 76ers their first lead since 2-0. Juzang's 1 for 7 tonight. Abaji, hard drive to the rack, finishes with a left hand and the foul. Left-hand drive by Ochai Abaji there.
Something that we want him to do a little bit more during the course of the year, put the ball on the floor and drive to the basket and use that left hand.
Final 20 games of the year, Ochai scored 14 points a game. Really started playing for the final 41 games of the year, and he averaged 10 points a game. But those final 20, the 14th pick of the 2022 draft. Interesting to watch. Bryce Sensabaugh right now is sitting next to Danny Ainge, and Danny's really walking him through all sorts of things on the side of the bench right now. Philadelphia turns it over. Stewart drove and threw it to nobody. Jason Terry, Jeff Hornacek, along with Justin Zanuck, all on the bench there. Scott Morrison, Jazz assistant coach, on the next to Sensabaugh. Taylor Hendricks has moved out of that seat where he was earlier, and he's now over on the bench. Three ball from the Jazz, answers back to take the 4-point lead. Abaji's third three of the game. Ross with a 6th assist. Down low, Brown for the Sixers is fouled. Ron, what are you seeing here in the third quarter?
Well, I see the Philadelphia starting to shoot more perimeter shots now than what they did in that first half. First half, they were really putting the ball on the floor, trying to get to the basket. 0 for 6 from the three-point line. And now they're trying to stretch it out a little bit.
Jazz shot the three well so far tonight. They are 11 of 22 from three. Philadelphia, who did not have a three in the first quarter, now 7 of 19. Here's Colby Ross, veteran out of Pepperdine. Played in Italy last year. Top to Juzang. Juzang, a Southern California product. And similar to Jalen Williams of Oklahoma City, he's half Vietnamese, half black. When Jalen Williams and Johnny Juzang played against each other last year, they were the first two Vietnamese descent in NBA games, and then played against each other. Foul on the 76ers. Jazz will inbound on the far side. 3:56 left in the third. Jazz 72, Philly 70. And Abaji tries to swing through to get free from Springer. Puts a shoulder into his body, and they call that an offensive foul on Abaji. Suash Mehta with the call.
5 fouls on Abaji in this quarter.
7 in the game for Abaji. You're allowed extra in the summer league. Really no purpose in fouling guys out. You want them to develop.
That was a flop.
Well, they should have called a flopping foul then, and a technical foul, as they have a chance to. It would have been the first time someone sampled that rule. Springer drives, puts it off the glass, and Agunda blocks it after it's been off the glass, and it's now tied at 72. Ross. And Gunda, who's not an outside player, has it at 25 feet, gets rid of it to Abaji. Flares it to Potter. He'll take the three, no good. Rebound tipped around. Philly has it with a chance to regain the lead with 3:22 left here in the third. Push ahead. Tucker driving to the rack. Finishes strong for two, and Philly gets a bunch of clapping from Nick Nurse on the other side, their head coach who's coaching the Summer League team. Here's Juzang. Bounces into the baseline to Potter. Over the top pass, knocked away by Springer, stolen. Springer picks it up to the rim. Abaji's with him. Abaji eradicates it at the rim. Fast break the other way. Abaji's wide open for three. Pow! Timeout, Philadelphia.
If you call that hustle.
Duke's mail. Do you get it? Because only the ones that get it really get it. Your friends get it. Your mom gets it. Your grandma gets it. Your neighbors get it. Sometimes a dog gets it. Get out of there. What else? Your potato salads get it. BLTs get it. Tailgates get it. And restaurants get it too. By now, even you probably get it. So get it today. Made without any sugar since 1917, Duke's is that little southern something that makes good things better. Get Duke's. It's got twang.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Progressive covers pets in our auto policy at no extra charge. Now let's see what your dog has to say.
As a dog, I think Progressive's auto pet policies. Oh, what is that? That's just my tail. Weird. Anyway, Progressive protects. There it is again. See? This is why I need protection. I'm so distracted. Nope, that is still my tail.
Progressive Auto Insurance covers pets for up to $1,000 in a car accident at no extra charge. And we think your dog would say that's great too. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage for cats and dogs included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. Beat the heat before you hit the road with AC Pro at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Because listening to customers and putting their needs first means all of that is a given. So no matter what your vehicle needs may be or which Ken Garff dealership you choose, there's always an expert listener waiting to hear how they can help you. Visit us online at kengarff.com or stop by any location to put our ears to the test. Ken Garff, we hear you.
Ochai Abaji just brought the crowd to their feet. Firing him up with the play of the game so far. Utah regains the lead, 75-74. That play of the game brought to you by Utah Sports Commission. Utah, the state of sport. Baji's got 16 now to lead the Jazz, 11 in the quarter. It's interesting. Colby Ross comes in, gets Abaji off the ball. Might help him. That helps him out a little bit. Ross now on the floor with Abaji and George. And Ricky Council gets inside on Johnny Juzang and lays it up in. Jazz are super small right now. So you have Abaji, Juzang, George, Ross, and Potter as the center. And they're playing Potter at the elbow, initiating with four guys running actions on the outside. Juzang gives it up to Abaji. Abaji tries to turn the corner, loses the dribble, recollects. Flares to Juzang, 4 on the clock. He penetrates, hangs in the air, throws up an air ball, drew the foul. Jazz are going to get a little bigger. Samanic is going to check in. We are going to see more and more of this, Ron. Teams that play a 5-out style, but the big man is going to be getting the ball at the elbow like Jokic, and guys are going to run action off it. It just leaves so much room behind them around the basket and opens up so many cutting lanes and so many things that even if you don't have Jokic, who's obviously the greatest in the world at it, it still makes sense, and we're going to see more and more teams do it.
Yeah, especially when they can stretch the floor there as well to shoot the three. And you can see that Samanic can definitely do that. You know, at 6'10", I mean, you're constantly moving the ball, setting picks, you know, that type of thing. You can become a pick and pop player, pick and roll. I mean, it's just a very different way of playing this game that's very, very effective.
Tied now at 76.
I mean, the way the style of play is when they do something like that is not anything different from back in the day, except for it's faster now.
No, and better more shooters on the floor.
And more shooters, exactly.
So Olynyk can really do this for the Jazz.
Yes,
we'll see Olynyk, I think, in a lot of those sets.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. John Collins is a pretty good passer too. Now, whether they'll play center or not would be questionable. Ross, 3 from the left side's well short. 23-footer went 18. Looked like a pitch shot that ended up in a sand trap. Not that I've been experiencing that with regularity. Sorry, Rhonda.
You're in rare form already, David. It's just summer league.
My golf game is so bad. My heart and soul got broken in Scotland.
And, well,
So I have to
believe me,
tell
I
you,
understand.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I've had an interesting thing happen here, though. I've never been good. You know this. When I was at 11 handicap, I would play like every now and then and be totally fine with it. I'm just on 11. I'll be light of that. I'm fine. For the last month, I have been like a 20 handicap, and I'm obsessed with the game and can't stop because I'm so embarrassed at how bad I am that I'm convinced if I keep playing more, it'll get better, and it's not. Anyway, 143 left here. It's 78-76.
Hey, Scotland courses bring pros to their knees. What makes you think you're any different?
They brought me to my knees and left my golf heart and soul in the Gulf Kingdom. Here's Juzang, left-hand drive to the rack, loses the ball, falls out of bounds, turnover. Johnny Juzang tonight, 15 minutes, 1 of 7 from the floor. 3 rebounds, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 points. $78-76. Pass over to Council.
Were you getting ready to bail out?
I didn't even move. Council gets to the rim, misses. Fires another tip shot, no. Diving to the ground, saves it to his teammate. Incredible hustle. Flaring it out to Smart. He'll shoot the 3. Excuse me, that's Stewart, and he makes it. And Philly has their largest lead of the night of 5. 81-76. Samanic. Handoff to Juzang. Chest it to Ross. Penetrates the lane. Back to Juzang. Wide open 3. Yep. $81-79. Johnny Juzang's got 6. Shot clock's at 15, game clock's at 38. Stewart driving in the lane. High floater, no. Rebound tapped around. Loose. Juzang has it for the Jazz. Shot clock and game clock are within 6 seconds of each other. Juzang comes to the front court. Pump fakes a 3. Bullets it down low to Ross. Gets his shot block with 15 on the shot clock. And 20 in the quarter, so the shot clock's now off. Jazz down by 2. 10 seconds left in the third. Stewart at the top.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
This summer, Dunkin' is shaking things up with even more ice drinks to make your summer soundtrack complete. Introducing the Dunkin' Salted Caramel Cold Brew. Topped with caramel cream, cold foam, and a surprising burnt sugar topping. Try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Truck drivers are critical to our nation's economy and growing infrastructure. Did you know that trucks are involved in 1/3 of fatal work zone crashes? Let's help keep them safe on our roads in Florida. All drivers should stay alert, slow speeds, and keep their distance to stay safe in work zones. Paid for by FMCSA.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
With the freshest ingredients and made with love from the Farr family. Make sure to pick up Far Better ice cream at finer grocery stores across the state, or have a scoop during the game. At Far Better Ice Cream, we refuse to be ordinary, and we will never settle for anything less than legendary. Far Better Ice Cream.
Fourth quarter coming up. This is going to be fun. 76ers 81, Jazz 79. 10 minutes to play, and as always the case in Salt Lake City, in front of an incredibly dedicated, loyal, and boisterous crowd here at Summer League at Delta Center. As the lower bowl sold out, basically, for the second straight game. Have some people in the upper bowl. And we got 2 people in the last row of section GG, and I do not want to know why.
There's no reason to sit that high.
Well, there are reasons. and we don't need to get into it.
So that third quarter, the Jazz, excellent quarter, 60%, 9 for 15, 4 for 7 from the three-point line for 57%. But the free throws for
Philadelphia's putting their head down and driving to the rim like you've been talking about. Jazz going to have to guard on the perimeter here. 81-79, Philly won that third quarter, 27-23. Jazz led this by as many as 14 at the end of the first quarter. Then Philly outscored the Jazz 34-22 in the second and 27-23 in the third. So since the first quarter, Philly's outscored the Jazz 61-45. Well, let's see what the fourth quarter is. It's Keontae George on the floor with Kinsey out of Marshall, Samanic, Carey, and Hauser. Hauser signed a two-way contract with the Jazz. His brother Sam plays for the Celtics. Here's Keontae. Fakes right, goes left, in and out left-hand dribble. Goes nowhere. Up to Samanic in the corner, 5 on the clock. Samanic driving, spinning, hanging, off the glass and in. Luka Samanic having a fabulous night. He's got 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Great first quarter for Luka. Council, undrafted out of Arkansas. Left side to Smarts, played for both the Heat and the Bucks limited times. Right side Springer in his third year with the Sixers. Top to Stewart, driving, spinning on George. Right-hand floater's good, nifty move. Keontae George, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, initiates the offense in the corner to Samanic. Luka goes between his legs, drives with the left hand, spins, hands off to Kinsey. It's stripped out of his hands because he was fouled. Every time I see one of these young kids spin, you know what I think, Ron Boone?
What do you think, David?
I think about a great basketball philosopher named Will Hardy, who said to us, when the game tells you to spin, it told you to pass. Keontae George has left the game and is on the side, checked himself out of the game right now, and got, let's see, standing up, talking to one of our trainers, and seems to be okay.
Maybe winded?
Don't know.
No.
Seems to be just fine. But he went out before Ross got off the bench. It seems to be just fine. Good. 83-83 with 8:30 left here in the fourth. Here's Springer. Jaden Springer drives, flares to the wing. Penetrating, pulling for the mid-range jumper is Stewart and misses. Samanic high rebound outlet to Ross. Ross has 7 assists for the Jazz tonight. Kinsey. Right side, Hauser. Hauser bounces it inside to Carey. Back to Hauser. Backdoor cut by Ross to pass a step behind him. It's now loose on the ground. It's being battled for. Springer has it. Philly on the run. Springer leaves it behind. Slam dunk. And Philly leads at 85-83. Samanic deep. Logo 3 swirls out. Philly on the push. They've had their head down, driving to the rack throughout the fourth quarter. Here gets Springer. Hands it off. A little floater up and in, and good for Philadelphia. And that's Petrusev, their 6'10 center. Philly by 4. Abaji and George are out of the game for the Jazz. Their 2 primary scorers. Vernon Carey with a high, wide base will launch the left-handed 3 and miss it. Stewart on the push. Bodies into Ross. Ross ties him up. They call foul.
Oh, boy.
Jason Terry pops off the bench saying, no, that can't be. Chris Jones pops off the bench saying, no. They look behind to see whether they should challenge. Evan Brad's arms folded, head slightly tilted to the right in disgust. Will Hardy laughing at the call. Danny Ainge telling the official he missed it as well. Abaji checks back in. Ochai tonight, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 fouls. You're allowed that. 6 of 16 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. And the free throws put the 76ers up by 6, their largest lead of the night. Ross, Abaji, Carey, Kinsey, and George. Keontae back in the game. Good to see. Abaji flares to the corner. Kinsey ball fakes. Jump stops. 8-footer. Off the front rim, no good. Kinsey's out of Columbus, Ohio. Spent 5 years at Marshall. Stewart, a point guard. Top to Smart, their veteran scorer on this roster. Driving hard off the glass and scores it. And Philly leads.
Este anuncio especial es para los padres de alumnos de kinder hasta octavo grado. Manatee Charter School en Bradenton ahora acepta solicitudes para el otoño. Bríndele a sus hijos un programa integral con ciencia, tecnología y aprendizaje basado en proyectos, deportes divertidos y electivas, y un fuerte enfoque en la cívica. Nuestra cultura segura hace que cada niño se sienta bienvenido. Lo mejor de todo, Manatee Charter School es gratuita. Solicite ahora visitando bestmanateecharter.org. Eso es bestmanateecharter.org.
There's a new score in store. Home essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers scored deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving, see what's new at Marshall's. More brands, more quality. Marshall's. Get the good stuff.
Summer is here. Time to fire up the grill and raise your new custom motorized shades from Blinds.com. Save 40% site-wide right now during our 4th of July spectacular. We've got everything from Roman and roller shades to shutters, curtains, and more. Plus outdoor shades to keep your deck and patio cool for summer hangouts and backyard barbecues. Talk to a Blinds.com design expert today and get samples shipped directly to you, fast and free. Need help with measuring and installation? We've got you covered there too. And there's no need for an in-home consultation just to get a quote. You always get upfront pricing right on our website. With Blinds.com, you never have to sacrifice when it comes to style, service, or selection. Plus, you can rest easy with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com's 4th of July spectacular happening now through July 5th and save 40% site-wide plus doorbusters. 40% off at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
You're out of luck.
At WGU, we hear you. That's why we've built an entire online university around you. Here, you set the deadlines. You take courses on your time, and you take the tests when you're ready. WGU, the nonprofit university of you. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Philadelphia on a little run here to open up the fourth quarter. And leads the Jazz 91-83. Jazz come back with Ross. Abaji, Keontae George is out of the game now and not on the bench. He tweaked an ankle, came back in for about one play. And now the Jazz turn it over and Abaji fouls Smart. So Keontae George looked like he tweaked an ankle. And then he came back in the game for about a play or two. And then has now left, checked out. And not only is he checked out, but he is not on the court. Will Hardy actually went back to go check on him. Hardy's now coming back through the locker room, out of the locker room, signing autographs.
So I'm not understanding the call here.
Abaji fouled him in the backcourt after the ball was turned over. And Philly has the ball. Is that the call?
And why did he get the free throw?
Maybe because Abaji's committed 8
fouls.
Or there's a tech foul. Well, that doesn't. Leaf Tulane, our statistician, has decided to use hieroglyphics tonight in his notes to us instead of English. Transition take foul, Ron. No. You think we were supposed to read that the first time? You gotta be kidding me. Kinsey gets tripped up on the drive. (94-83). There's 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Ross, Kinsey check out. An 11-0 Philly run has really swung this game here.
It's got to be free throws.
And it's going to be free throws for the Jazz. Jazz have 5 players in double figures now. 17 for Samanic, 16 for Abaji, 14 for George, 12 for Carey, and 11 for Ross. And Abaji will go to the line here. Ball boy gets a round of applause. He was particularly proficient with the mop. Free throw's good.
Watching Nick Nurse over there, he's doing a lot of coaching. New team for him.
Was in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
One of the multiple big-name coaches that switched teams in the offseason.
Players and coaches, huh?
Monty Williams from Phoenix to Detroit. Frank Vogel now taking over Phoenix. Abaji misses the shot, goes to 6 of 17 on the game. Here's Philadelphia. Smart. Driving. Flares it out. Smith for 3. No good. Carey rebounds. Smart's got 17. You wonder, I told you the story earlier, he got 40 points in a G League game and then got cut. You wonder if he gets scared if he starts to score a lot. Juzang driving on the right side. No good. Smith throws this one away as he miscommunicates with his brand new teammate Tucker.
Yeah, he thought Tucker was going to spot up and shoot the 3 in the corner. Instead, Tucker just kept going to the rim.
Well, the guy that's sitting in the corner got a nice catch. He just happens to be a ticket purchaser. But consider the fact that Smith might have spent as much time with him as he has with Tucker in his life, maybe not that surprising if a few passes go awry in Summer League. Slipping the pick is Samanic. Kicks out to the corner. Potter for 3. No good. Beautiful execution. No dividends on the back end. Jazz down by 10 with 5 to play. Jazz Summer League coach Evan Brad still looking for his first win. Smith up to Smart. Right side to Smith. Played at NC State last year. Trying to go one-on-one on Carey. They matched up in the ACC. Actually, they did not because Carey was in the pros by the time Smith spent his 1 year at NC State. Air ball. Here comes Abaji the other way, and he gets it stripped and fouled. (94-84).
What do you think? There's a lot of, you talked a little earlier about the movement, player movement, coaches movement, even assistant coaches. A lot of movement there as well.
Alex Jensen, former Jazz assistant, just took a job in Dallas. Damari Carroll, former Jazz player, just took a job in Los Angeles with the Lakers. Darvin Ham's staff. Remember, Damari played in Atlanta when Darvin Ham was an assistant there.
Mm-hmm.
Abaji at the line. Only 4 Jazz players have scored in the second half. Carey, Ochai, Johnny Juzang, and Luka Samanic. Deontay George is not scoring in the second half. George is in the locker room. May have tweaked an ankle or something. He left the game. And a foul here on Abaji with 4:30 left. Jazz led it by 14 at the end of 1, 34-20. Then Philly outscored them by 12 in the second, 4 in the third, and have outscored them by 7 here in the fourth. So this game has not been particularly close since that first quarter. You know what I love about this time of year? Being back here at back here in Delta Center, is you see these ads go up about certain dates of events. Now, right now, they're promoting the Jurassic World Tour, August 25th through 27th. That's not one of them. But every now and then, we'll get a press release that tells us there's a concert at Delta Center on such date in November. And every single time I yell to my wife, "Hey, honey, we're going to be on the road on November 7th. She's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Well, there's a concert coming to town. They're selling tickets for it. And that means I ain't going to be in town." Samanic powering to the rack. Beautifully puts it up and in. He's had a nice night. You know, he is only 23 years of age. He and Taylor Horton Tucker are much younger than you realize. And travel at the top. Ron calls it first.
Yeah.
Jazz have it down by 9 with 4 to play. Vernon Carey puts it on the deck. Chests a bad pass out to Ross. Goes by him out of bounds. Checking out is Carey. And Kinsey checks back in, adding a little shooting, trying to come from behind here, down 9. Big three from the top's no good, but an offensive rebound for Philly. Smith has it. Smith 6 of 15, 2 of 9 from 3. Gives to Springer. Springer, 2 years in Philly's system already. Flares it back up top. Smith will pull for a J with 1 on the shot clock. Front rim. It's Simon. It's high for the board is Knight. Outlet to Ross. Down by 9. 3:24 to play. Ross drives through the black lane. Curls back to the right hand with his head on a swivel. Kicks out to Abaji. Ball fakes. Penetrates. Hangs. Whistle. And a charge on Ochai Abaji for his 10th personal foul of the night.
10 personal fouls, 2 of them offensive fouls. Driving to the basket. That's going to be it for Abaji. He's picked up his 10th foul. You don't see that often. You do have that luxury, though, of fouling.
Time to go to the Summer League record books and see how often somebody's fouled out. Usually it's the big guy coming in the league who's not used to guarding in space. 96-87. Abaji, 18 points, 10 fouls, a double-double. Oh, come on, chuckle. Right side Springer, no good. Juzang rebounds. He could have broken the Jazz triple-double jinx tonight.
There's a new score in store. Home Essentials just arrived at Marshall's. Our buyers score deals on the latest decor trends to update your space, like rattan accent furniture, unique wall art, and more. With great deals always arriving. See what's new.
Duke's mail. Do you get it? Because only the ones that get it really get it. Your friends get it. Your mom gets it. Your grandma gets it. Your neighbors get it. Sometimes a dog gets it. Get out of there. What else? Your potato salads get it. BLTs get it. Tailgates get it. And restaurants get it too. By now, even you probably get it. So get it today. Made without any sugar since 1917, Duke's is that little southern something that makes good things better. Get Duke's. It's got twang.
We're recording this Progressive commercial on a real boat to let people know that when you bundle your home, boat, and other vehicles...
What was that, Flo?
Progressive saves you money, Jamie.
Why are we doing this on a boat?
We were going for authenticity.
We're going to the city?
Authenticity.
You mean Atlantic City? But we're not in the Atlantic. Are we?
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Don't let pests ruin game day. Talk with our experts to set up a pest plan tailored to your home and your needs. Call 888-401-JAZZ or visit goactive.com and use the discount code JAZZHOME to get your first treatment for just $99. Terms and conditions apply. Active. Every home enjoyed.
We've got 2:51 left. 76ers 96, Jazz 87. Game was tied heading to the fourth. Sixers have outscored the Jazz 15-8 here in the quarter. Ochai Abaji is fouled out with 10 fouls. Keontae George left the game, went to the locker room, is now back on the bench. So the Jazz come out with Ross, Juzang, Samanic, Potter, and Samanic spinning and loses it and turns it over on the dribble. Fast break the other way and a foul on the Jazz. Ron, who have been the best players for the Utah Jazz today?
Well, Samanic for sure. You know, I think he's playing both ends of the floor. I'm surprised at his speed, though.
In a positive way?
In a positive way, yes.
He's really got a great body, right? 6'10", 220. Like, there's a lot there. It's how you become the 18th pick of a draft.
Well, that was a couple of years ago.
Yep.
You know, he's got a couple of years of experience.
Probably should be the best player on the floor for the, at 23 years old. Here's Juzang. Coming back from a sprained ankles. Had a little bit of a rough night. Ross, as someone said to me, would probably be a great G League point guard for the Jazz, and he's showing that. He has 11 points, 7 assists, and has drawn the foul here. You might see him with the Salt Lake Stars this year. Keontae George finished with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists in 25 minutes.
And he's back on the bench.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Ross's free throw's good. Ross dropped 40 in the West Coast Conference for Pepperdine against St. Mary's a few years ago.
I was thinking about this a few minutes ago when you mentioned Pepperdine. Remember Pepperdine used to be one of the powers in the...
No.
Oh, you don't remember that, do you?
No, never.
Yeah. Oh.
Here's all I know about... You want to know what I know about Pepperdine?
What?
I went to Occidental College in Los Angeles.
And you don't know about Pepperdine?
Occidental College owned 2 pieces of land. One in a place called Eagle Rock, California. When I went there was not the safest place I'd ever been. And the other was in Malibu, California. And the people who ran Occidental College decided that it would be better to be close to downtown and sold their other property to Pepperdine. Have you ever been to Pepperdine? It might be one of the 5 most beautiful places in the world with a view of the water. I'll be honest, if I'd known decision makers had done that, I would have chosen a different school. Kinsey with a fast break layup the other way. Nice play for Kinsey. He's got 4 tonight, 6.
Maybe that wasn't Pepperdine. Maybe that was Loyola Marymount.
That was Loyola Marymount with Bo Kimball and Hank Gathers.
Right.
With Paul Westhead as the head coach. I do remember that, Rob.
Yeah.
Driving, smart, left-hand dribble, switches to his right, scoops it up and scores.
Not a bad view for that college there as well.
Loyola Marymount's not a bad spot, but nothing like Pepperdine. The hills of Malibu win every time. In fact, I would be willing to say there is not a more beautiful view on any college campus in America.
Santa Barbara?
Pepperdine. Yeah, because Santa Barbara doesn't have that view of the water the same way Pepperdine does.
Oh.
Well, at least in the fraternity houses I was in my college at Santa, I didn't see the water. I may or may not have spent a lot of time there in my college days.
And what were you doing, David?
Well, 90%, never mind, I probably can't tell that joke. I was spending a lot of time at San Diego State and UC Santa Barbara. You can decide why. 58 seconds left. Philadelphia leads by 11 if you can't tell.
Those stories.
Driving to the rack. Ross, beautiful pass out to Kinsey in the corner, but he back rimmed it. Good execution. Here comes Philly the other way. Smart at the top as Nick Nurse will grab the win. Philly lost their first one to Memphis. Memphis beat Oklahoma City, so Memphis will have a chance to go undefeated against Utah, who has not won. It will be the 2-0 Grizzlies against the 0-2 Memphis. 0-2 Jazz against the 2-0 Grizzlies tomorrow. Should be fun.
So
Keontae George officially now, left foot, will not return. So I would guess we don't see Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, or Taylor Hendricks tomorrow. Maybe in Vegas. Johnny Juzang left corner. But we do get to see Kenny Lofton Jr. tomorrow, and he's fun. He's the Nikola Jokic of Summer League. Juzang hits the 3. It's 9 points now and 11 shots. And they'll dribble it out. So Luka Samanic is your star of the night, Ron Boone?
Without a doubt, yes.
19
for
points.
the Jazz you're talking
Yes.
about, right? Yes.
All right, 104-94 the final here tonight. And Ron, what did you see tonight compared to night one?
Well, especially that first half, I thought they played faster. They got got more out of their offense by playing faster in that first quarter. And as a result, they got some very good three-point looks. They got off to a good start shooting the threes. And what were they in that first quarter, David? 6 for 9.
Yep.
67%. I thought that was impressive.
All right, Jazz fall in the Summer League.
Este anuncio especial es para los padres de alumnos de kinder hasta octavo grado. Manatee Charter School en Bradenton ahora acepta solicitudes para el otoño. Bríndele a sus hijos un programa integral con ciencia, tecnología y aprendizaje basado en proyectos, deportes divertidos y electivas, y un fuerte enfoque en la cívica. Nuestra cultura segura hace que cada niño se sienta bienvenido. Lo mejor de todo, Manatee Charter School es gratuita. Solicite ahora visitando bestmanateecharter.org. Eso es bestmanateecharter.org.
Sometimes it can feel like food has an emotional control over you. Well, it's time to show your food who's boss with Noom. Noom uses science and personalization to help you manage your weight for the long term. Their psychology-based approach helps you build better habits and behaviors that are easier to maintain. The best part? You decide how Noom fits into your life, not the other way around. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com to sign up for your trial today.
DQ presents Picture This. You're getting together with all your best friends. Now picture all your best friends are actually the delicious ingredients of the new cake batter cookie dough blizzard. That's DQ soft serve, cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and DQ signature sprinkles. Oh, hey, it sounds like you got some pretty sweet friends. And that's worth cueing the confetti. Cookie dough! The flavor party isn't going to last forever, so hurry in and get your cake batter fix today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday.
Jazz fans, whether you're stomping and chanting in the arena or hosting the ultimate watch party, Ruffles has the perfect chip for you. So make it cheesy, make it spicy, make it tangy, make it your own.
Truck drivers are critical to our nation's economy and growing infrastructure. Did you know that trucks are involved in 1/3 of fatal work zone crashes? Let's help keep them safe on our roads in Florida. All drivers should stay alert, slow speeds, and keep their distance to stay safe and
and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Their experienced staff of technicians repairs all types of snow plows, snow blowers, and lawnmowers, and small engines, and are trained to answer questions about lawns, gardens, snow removal, and landscaping products. So whether you're digging in the dirt or digging in the snow, check out Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you, in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Take note, Jazz fans. The exclusive debit card of your Utah Jazz is here, and it's only available at America First, the official credit union of the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz debit card changes the financial game. It's packed with features, packed with benefits, and since it's accepted all over the world, it gives you home court advantage no matter where you pay. Get yours today. Apply at americafirst.com/jazz. Available on approved credit. Eligibility and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is an opportunity to be more than a name.
It is Max Homa. Incredible.
And more than a number.
There's a new number 1, Scotty Scheffler.
Be the game's next rising star.
Justin Suh, Korn Ferry Tour champion.
The Korn Ferry Tour returns to Oak Ridge Country Club for the Utah Championship, hosted by the Utah Sports Commission and presented by Zions Bank. For tickets and event info, visit utahchampionship.com.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Match selection, fast free shipping, free road hazard protection, and over 10,000 recommended installers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Jason Smith, Olden Polynice in for Mike Harmon tonight as we're watching the Dodgers getting thumped right now, 4-0. Pittsburgh with the lead in the top of the fourth inning. But it's early. As Olden liked to say last hour during Kevin Wyatt's update, Dodgers down 1-0. It's early. It's early. But before we get into Lillard and Harden, a little bit more in this discussion, OP, you and I were having a few minutes ago about minutes restrictions for the season for Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama. I get what you were saying about how guys are coming into the league and they're not ready, and LeBron was ready when he came in. And I get that, but that's not going to change. And the reason I think there should be a minutes restriction for like 20 minutes a night for them beginning of the season is to protect them from getting injured, because they are big assets that the teams are hoping will be their franchise for the next 10 or 12 years. This is kind of the world we live in now. It's not going to change where, okay, guys are going to come in now and it's going to be, you have to come in as an upperclassman. No, guys still going to be one and done coming into the NBA. Or, if they were able to come in after 2 years, whatever it is. So we're still going to always fight this. So if that's the case, guys not coming into the league, I hear you on not being ready and being ready physically. You're seeing guys needing more time to develop now than you ever have before. But if this is the reality, this is the world we live in, we kind of have to adjust around it. So that's why I look at a minutes restriction saying, okay, this is what's going to protect them from themselves, protect them from getting hurt, and help teams protect their assets going forward.
Well, yeah, I can see what you're trying to say, but hear me out once again. The reason, like myself and a lot of guys from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, were able to play and play through injuries and play hurt and everything else is because we built a tolerance for pain. We built a tolerance and we built our bodies to where we could withstand stuff. The way they're doing it now, listening to these analytics geeks, okay, that don't play and don't know what's going on, they're doing a disservice to these players and the game, because they will continually stay getting hurt because they're not building up that tolerance. And so that's the problem I'm having. Everybody keeps thinking less games is going to help. It's going to continue the injuries. I'm not a doctor, but I've been through this. I know what it takes to be an NBA player. And I know the physicality aspects of it. And so it's like you have to build that up. Everybody, again, you see Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has a cycle now of getting hurt. I can tell you exactly the day, the month, and the time when Anthony Davis is going to get hurt during the season. I can do the same with Chris Paul. I can do the same with most of these guys that get hurt routinely because they're not building up a tolerance for the pain.
Right, but okay, so these guys come in the league then, and they start building up their tolerance. It's not going to happen in school. It's not going to happen if they're playing in a smaller schedule for 1 year and they play 35 games and a couple of tournament games. So they're going to need some time for that to happen. So why not have that restriction to keep them healthy and keep them going until that can happen? I'm not saying this should be a minutes restriction forever, but for their rookie year, when they come into the league until they see what kind of pounding they can take, I don't see how that's a bad idea.
They need to play. What helped me was Summer League. Summer League helped me. After I got to Seattle, signed a contract and everything else, we started playing basketball. And then I came down to LA and I played in the LA Summer League. But that Summer League had Magic Johnson, Akeem Olajuwon, Dominic. They had all the NBA players. So I was getting used to the physicality in the summer by playing against the guys that I was going to see during the season. That's not what's happening here. 90% of these guys will not even be on a roster. And so to me, you're not getting the chance to build that up even in the summer league. Wembanyama's going to play 2 games, and then that's it. That's not going to help him playing 2 games, already unlimited minutes. It's not going to help him because now his body's going to shut back down. And that's the problem. It's like when if you don't stretch, go out and play a basketball game without stretching. See what happens. And that's what these guys are doing. Unfortunately, they're doing it on a bigger scale. It's not just per game, it's per season and per career. Because now by taking a game off when your body is revved up, you are destroying yourself. And no one's seeing it because they don't care.
Yeah, but I don't see how that changes. I mean, I don't see
Play
how
more
that
games
changes from now.
Play more games. I guarantee you'll have less injuries.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm with you on it. But that's just not the way the NBA world is going now. I mean, you see guys now, and it used to be a star would play 75 games, right? So they'd have a few games here and there, be off as long as they had a season that was bereft of injuries. But now it's like 60 games. You know, you're lucky if Embiid gets to 60 games. LeBron and AD play 60 games. So that's become the new normal. And I don't know that, I mean, it's like trying to throw a pebble in the ocean and stopping it. Like, that's the way the NBA is going now. I don't know that are we ever going to get back to playing more games? I don't think that's
I don't think so. You are absolutely right. I do agree with you on that. This is the new normal. Going back to when you first started this whole thing with Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan played like 8 or 9 years, 82 games.
Mm-hmm.
At least like 8 or 9, 82 games he played, including his last year. And so to me, you know, it was a different game. And so we are here now. But if these people, these analytics guys, you know, and forget, you know, I apologize for calling them geeks, but these analytics guys, you know, actually I don't apologize.
Wow, look at you.
These
Wow,
analytics
okay.
guys want to keep thinking that this is the way it's going to help. It's not. Okay, that's how they're getting jobs, okay, through numbers. And the numbers are not adding up, okay? It's about what's in your head, what's in your heart, and what you can take and not take. I mean, Kawhi Leonard's career is probably going to be done, all because of load management. You know, he's going to continuously get hurt because when's he going to play? And when he does play, we're going to limit him. And when he does go hard, whoop, this is a damn endless cycle.
I don't think I wish there was a solution to it, but I just don't see there being a solution.
Play.
I don't. That's
man up.
That's gonna. That's yeah. I get, but that's
Put
gonna
the
fall
big
on
boy
deaf
pants
ears.
on.
No teams are gonna do that. No teams are gonna do that.
I'll show them how to do it.
It's the same.
It's
thing
not
as,
that hard. I'll show them how to do it, Jason.
Right, but it's the same thing as baseball, where pitchers used to pitch complete games. They would pitch into the 7th inning. That's just not the way you do it anymore.
You are absolutely right. Gibson, all them cats, they were pitching 9 innings. Gaylord Perry, you know, freaking just destroying people. Everybody complete game. Now you play 5 innings. You have 7 pitchers now for a game.
Mm-hmm.
You come in for one. You come in for the one batter. You come in. Come on, that's what I'm. Is this generation? This whole thing is so warped now. We're paying more for less.
Yeah.
That's it. We're all paying more for less. Fans, everybody, we're all paying more for less. And it's not fair.
No, but this is, you know, I had this discussion. This is why I've always believed this is like about 20 years ago, in between time when right before I became a talent, I was a producer at ABC Sports here in LA. And a lot of stuff that went on, we had the person in charge that would just make ridiculous decisions. I'm like, what you're saying, this doesn't make sense. No, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't. I can't believe it. This doesn't make sense. What you're telling me doesn't make sense. None of it made sense. They were horrible decisions. And I remember going back after a meeting and talking to my manager saying everything that they said in that meeting was bad. He goes, I know. And I